Hi guys, welcome to the Winter Arc Reset. I went all in this past week, decluttering and deep cleaning my entire house to set up my environment for success, focusing on my self-care to boost my confidence, and building out my action plan with goals, a habit tracker, and all of the strategies to stay fully locked in. So dive in with me and let's get prepared to change my life for the next 90 days. Good morning, friends. Today we are doing the very intense house reset. I'm a huge believer in clear space, clear mind, and since we're locking down for this winter arc and getting our shit together, I need to make sure our environment is conducive of that. So there's a lot of stuff that we are gonna get done today. Let's go. All right, so here's the mess we're starting with, and trust me, this is only what you can see. We're going to be tackling all of the hidden stuff too, but before we dive in, I'm gonna get things running in the background. So let's throw these sheets in the laundry and put the dishes away to start the dishwasher. So Carrick and I are making our list of all of the rooms that we're gonna tackle so we can maximize resetting the house. Carrick's gonna tackle the kitchen first, and then I'm gonna do the closet. Yeah? Cool.
Can we play some music?
One of my favorite decluttering and organization tips is just to keep the things you use the most right where they're easiest to grab, because that makes staying organized so much simpler.
Expertise is requested.
Okay, so we tied off the kitchen, tied off parts of the front, and now we are moving to the common areas. This has now become our Amazon return pile, and these are things that we need to take back to my parents' house.
I don't know if you want to start on your desk and I can start here.
While I was working on my desk, Carrick decluttered all of our games, and look how many we have. After we picked out a bunch to donate, he was able to fit all of them into this cabinet, which made it so much cleaner underneath our TV. Okay, we are pretty much done. Donations and trash. I feel pretty good about where we are. Carrick put all of the dishes away. Look how nice and neat. And then I'm gonna finish up the ones that we have for lunch, and then we're gonna move into the bedroom. In the summer, we saw this huge spider run into this hole in our wall. We basically trapped it to get into this box, and we haven't touched it for like 3 months. If y'all can see, but that's just straight spider web. Wait, it's coming through the book. I'm so scared. Ah, there's a
What is going on? Thick boy? Oh, he is thick. Just going.
Ah, what a big spider! It's in the book.
Maybe they're in all the books.
This has nothing in it. I think it's in the Sherlock Holmes one. Did you see him?
Was it in? Oh, jeez.
Oh no, he got squished in the book.
Was he already dead?
No, he moved. This drawer is so messy. outdoors done. Undies, thicker and fun socks, everyday socks, bras that I don't usually wear, everyday bras, bralettes, and then some other miscellaneous items. As I've been cleaning this one out on a monthly basis, I didn't have too much. I decided to reorganize those. So this is just like graphic tees, tops for workout, leggings and bottoms for workout, daily wear shirts, more fun occasion wear shirts. Garrett got rid of all of the suits he got in Thailand, and now we have this much space for just jackets. This is my version of what Garrett got. Oh God.
Nope.
Donate. That cleared up a bunch of space down here. Let's reorganize. I honestly didn't have much to donate because again, I keep cleaning out the closet. But here, since I moved all of my big bulky jackets up here, this is so much easier to access. I feel like I can see each individual hanger and actually get what I need and keep it more organized. So here's our donate pile, and then here's all of our trash, which we are going to now sort because I don't think all of it is going to fit into our trash bin for the week. What we realized is we can actually compost a lot of the food, which would make it so that not all of this is trash and we wouldn't have to go to the dump. We're gonna reorganize. Resorting the trash made me realize just how much stuff we could actually compost or recycle. So definitely want to be more mindful of that going forward. We are finally tackling the final boss, which is the bathroom. Carrick's working on the guest one, but I am tackling ours, and the shower is just disgusting. So let's go. Guys, there's so much mold. That's so bad. This is how gross our shower is. Carrick did all of the work getting this mold off. Wow, that looks so much better. Finally done, took a shower. It's almost 8 p.m. We just don't have any energy to cook today. We ordered Thai and I'm so excited. We got duck curry rice, pad see ew, fresh rolls, and then I just made broccoli at home.
Cheers.
Cheers. That curry's really good.
Very good.
So good. So for today's part of the reset, we are tackling self-care. I'm about to hop into the shower, but I do want to habit stack and get my teeth nice and white. So I'm gonna apply this Crest White Strip and then hop on in.
Please ignore the fact that I still have these whitening strips in. I'm gonna try my best not to talk with the list, but if you guys have been following me for a while now, y'all know that I've been dealing with acne and acne scarring for over a decade. So I've been doing microneedling at home with Cure's micro infusion system, and I'm actually so excited because they're doing a holiday sale where all of their bundles are up to 55% off, so go check that out. I can definitely tell my hyperpigmentation has slowly faded away. Each time I do one of these treatments, my face just feels so plump and luxurious. So in the name of starting this winter arc as the best version of myself, let's do a little bit of microneedling. Before I start stamping, I need to remove these because my timer just went off. Okay.
The microinfusion system uses tiny little needles to create microchannels, boosting your skin's healing and texture. These channels also let serums penetrate deeper for faster, more effective results. That's why even board-certified dermatologists recommend it as a great at-home option.
Okay, all done. I'm a little red and rosy, but that's the point. Get rid of that hyperpigmentation, acne scarring, smooth skin, all of the goodness. And we're done. Things all here.
Milo said,
Milo says never mind. So next step in this reset is to do my nails, and I've just set up this table right in front of the TV so we can watch an episode of Game of Thrones. I'm gonna do this nice red color for fall. I don't know if you can see that.
So I've been doing gel nails at home for over a year now, and I would say my biggest tip is to make sure you prep your nails adequately because that will keep them on for over 2 weeks. Also, if you want to avoid your nail polish pooling at the bottom, I actually recommend starting in the middle and spreading it down. Since it's harder for me to paint my right hand, I always use nail polish remover to clean up any mistakes. The last thing that I am going to do for this self-care reset is lash extensions at home. I have the little You Cool Me kit. I'm using the Laubus Bond and Seal. I will take this on the bond side, try and get as much product off as possible. Put it right underneath here, close to the lash line. I don't really comb up that much, and I do in sections. I'm gonna take the lash, pull it from the bottom, and always apply glue. I'm gonna put it on the top. I'm looking at this mirror, look down, attach to the bottom of your hair lash, and there is one of them. The lash map I'm gonna put in is 16, 14, 12, and then 210. I think that took me less than 10 minutes. That was basically everything for the self-care section. I just feel like every single time I put a little bit more effort into my physical being, I feel so much more motivated to go and conquer my other goals. So I hope this section was some inspiration for you if you want to incorporate this into getting ready for your winter arc. All right, so today I'm going to share with you guys exactly what my winter arc plan looks like. This is basically everything that I've outlined in my How to Lock In for 90 Days video, but I'm just going to give you a peek at what it looks like for me so you have an example of how to plan it for yourself. I have a whole notion that I'm going to walk you through with my life audit and my action plan, and then I'll talk a little bit about my scorecard and goal tracker, and I'll close by sharing 2 things that I've done to really help me lock in and focus. So let's dive on into the notion. So when I first started planning for my winter arc, I had this section where I did a huge brain dump. Basically, this is giving myself some space to actually clear out my mind before I get into the planning mode. I feel like every single time I don't, there are just so many like little thoughts that come up here and there that disrupt my flow for planning. So I basically took, 10, 15 minutes to write down everything that's been top of mind. It just felt really good to get it on paper so that I could almost like clear out my mental backlog. In this reflection section, this is where I did my life audit. And if you watch my last video, basically you break out your life into these life categories. Here are mine. And then in each section, I wrote down flow of consciousness, what was going well, what needed work, and where I really wanted to focus going forward. After that, I really went and reflected on what was making me feel really stuck in progressing in some of my life areas. So in this section, I did blockers. Two of the biggest ones that I had was actually time management and focus. And then I also took some time to write down successes. I love doing this. I'm not someone that's very good at celebrating myself. So I've been trying to make it a habit to continuously remind myself that I have come so far, because there are so many times in which I feel like I'm not where I want to be yet. Looking back at the journey and celebrating those little milestones is key to not feeling burnt out and want to continue to move forward and be motivated. Now, all of that reflection brought me to the most important section, which is what will change my life the most if I focus on it for the next 3 months. As I reviewed what was causing me the most pain, I really felt like it was 2 areas. 1, finances. If I reflect on what is causing me a lot of my anxiety, my worry, it truly is not having financial freedom. It's like, oh, I'm stressed on Sundays because I have Sunday scaries for work. And why do I care so much about work? Because I need to make money and provide for myself, right? As great as my job has been going, as much as I love my team, it still is a stressor. I am financially dependent on that job. So something that would absolutely change my life is being financially free, is not fully being tied to a 9-to-5 and fully dependent on this one income stream to survive. So moving forward, I know it would be incredibly important for me to continue to focus in on the revenue stream that is making me the most money right now, which is my blog. The next category here is really just like my health and fitness and self-care. I feel like I was so good at taking care of myself and prioritizing going to the gym and working out when I was in college. And I felt the most physically able during that time. And since I graduated and started work, that has just been deprioritized, and I'm so bad at being consistent with it. Every single time I start neglecting my body and I start eating more unhealthily and I start not spending time to do daily movement, I'm not as mentally sharp. I don't feel as good about myself. If I lock in for the next 3 months and really develop a more consistent workout routine and make sure that that becomes a habit for me, I will be able to perform my best for not just my business and work, but also my relationships. And that would impact my life in so many ways. So with all of that said, I translated this into an action plan. And I have 2 goals that I really want to hyper focus on. And the first one is to make $1,000 on my blog monthly by the end of 12 weeks. My action plan to do this for the next 12 weeks, I'm going to publish 2 blog posts and pins every single week. I'm also going to dedicate at least an hour daily to all my blog tasks. And then I have some one-time to-dos that will help me really scale my blog. So the first one is to create the content calendar, create 3 SOPs, outsource Pinterest tasks, and review my progress through the amount I'm making every 3 weeks. And then my second goal is to develop a very consistent workout plan and adjust to healthier eating, more veggies, less snacking, and aim to start achieving 100% of all of those habits by the end of the 12 weeks. The action plan to do this is I'm going to weightlift 4 times a week. I'm going to walk 10,000 steps 5 times a week. I'm going to eat 4 fruits and veggies daily, and I'm going to intermittent fast daily. Now I took all of this and put it into a 1-page habit tracker, and I'm going to show you exactly how I outlined everything. So this top section is for my blog. This bottom section is for health and fitness. I'm actually going to start on the right-hand side for my blog, and this is my weekly to-dos. For every week, I have published 2 blog posts and then the individual tasks that I want to complete by the end of that week. You'll see that I actually crossed off 2 of the tasks for week 3 and 4 because I ended up actually, and this is a huge win, I very quickly created an SOP for Pinterest, and then I hired someone and she did phenomenal. So now I have her working with me go forward to publish all my pins. This has been something that I have had on my to-do list for so long, and I'm so happy that it got done. When I say outsourcing has changed my life, it is so true. Now I feel like every single week I have someone holding me accountable to do my work because I need to give her deliverables to finish. At the same time, it's clearing out this mental load of doing some of these small tasks. I can't believe it took me so long to outsource. Highly recommend it if you feel like you don't have enough time to do some of the more mundane and repeatable tasks. I might even have her help me with some wedding planning. Anyways, back to this. Then for every single habit I wanted to perform, I just printed out a grid of all of the dates. You'll notice I actually started this on Wednesday because I was just like, there's no point in waiting. I usually always wait for the next week, but honestly, guys, not waiting is the spirit of the winter arc. You need to start right now. Something that I've been practicing is any day that I do not do a habit or do not complete what I need to, I will write in exactly why I didn't do it. This is so helpful because it shows you that a lot of times your excuses are not excuses. For example, I was not able to walk 10,000 steps on Tuesday because I went to a coffee shop. And usually I'll walk on my treadmill while I work, and I just didn't have the time to do that during the day. And then at the same time, I wasn't able to intermittent fast because I went to that coffee shop and felt like I needed to order. I did not wait until 12 p.m. to eat. So this really shows me like, oh, if I want to meet these two goals, it might not be in my best interest to do work at a coffee shop. So that was really it for my action planning and goal tracking. I do want to show you guys two things that have been really helping me stay on track. And the first one is this huge Google Sheets that I have of every single day for the rest of the year. So the way that I have this set up is I have 3 different columns for each month. The first one is any event that I have on that day that's social or personal. The second one is for my YouTube. Everything in pink are my published dates for my videos. And then the third row is for my blog. Everything highlighted in purple are when my blog posts are posted. And then all of the other cells I can use to actually write my biggest to-do. I highly recommend making one of these. I'm actually going to do the same for 2025. And the reason this is so good is because I can see exactly when I'm going to be really busy on my personal calendar so that I can plan for my content. I actually had this tracked for my entire years, and I can look back and see where did I spend my time this year. A lot of it was with friends, which was a big priority, and it really just helps me visualize exactly what every single month might look like and when I might get busy. If you're interested, I can drop a template in the description down below. Just let me know in the comments if you guys want this. So that's just one big thing that's helped me stay on track and plan for my days. The other thing that I've done is really create a digital hyper-focus environment. I made sure my phone would be the most optimized it could be to support me in my winter arc. First of all, I removed any app that I was not using consistently, or at least took it away from my home page. Then I really made sure to optimize my first page. The top few apps are ones that I use consistently, like Google Maps, Spotify. Agape is a relationship app that Carrick and I use to answer questions daily. I also have App Block, and then I have this little folder of content tools. Then I have all my email, Teams, and ChatGPT, which I use very consistently. Something that I've been loving is like this little Pinterest widget. The board that I have it set to is a motivational quote board, and then it'll just cycle through them. And what I have on the bottom here is actually a live widget. So it has a calendar on top, and then I can swipe and see my meetings for the day. This little pink app right here actually is a shortcut that brings me directly into that yearly planning Google Sheet, so I can use it on the go, and it's a lot easier to access. And then the other thing that I did to create focus in my digital space is I logged out of my personal Instagram and am only on my content one, where I'm following a bunch of wellness, self-improvement creators. Now my feed is just a lot more positive and motivating. Then for TikTok, I actually made a completely new TikTok. I'm literally just following creators that post more on wellness. My other TikTok feed is just like humor and funny stuff. So that's definitely not something I want to continue to binge for my winter arc. I just created a new TikTok, retrained the algorithm so that I can see things that will continue to encourage me while I go on my winter arc. All right, so that's everything I did to prepare for my winter arc. If you guys like this video, go check out my winter arc sit down video where I give you guys way more tips on how to actually focus and make sure you're committed to your winter arc. Or go check out my last reset video, which is a lot like this one. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.